You know, the biggest changes in the world, they don't always announce themselves. They kind of sneak up on you, hiding in plain sight. Well, today, we're going to pull back the curtain on one of those massive shifts. And believe it or not, it all kicks off with just a simple road trip. So, let's meet our main character for this journey, a woman named Hannah. Her trip starts out like any other vacation, just a drive. But where it ends up, well, that's a whole different story. She stumbles onto this incredible, hidden strategy that's literally reshaping our world, from the asphalt under our tires to the stars above our heads. So come on, let's hop in and join her. All right, so picture this. Our story kicks off right where you'd expect, on the open highway. Hannah's behind the wheel of her Cybertruck, just cruising, heading for the Grand Canyon. But as the miles tick by, she starts noticing something, a pattern, something that just feels different, you know? Definitely not how it was just a few years back. At first, it's just one or two. A Model 3 zips by. Then she sees a Model Y in the other lane. Then hey, another Cybertruck even gives her a little flash of the lights. It goes from a trickle to a flood, really. And this question just pops into her head, and I bet it's popping into yours too. Am I just imagining this, or is something way bigger going on here? And it turns out Hannah's gut feeling was spot on. This isn't just in her head. The hard data backs it all up. What she's witnessing isn't some weird coincidence, it's straight up market dominance. Tesla has this huge, commanding slice of the EV pie in the US. But here's the thing, all those cars on the road, that's just the tip of the iceberg. It's only the very first piece of a much, much bigger puzzle. Okay, so a few hours go by, and it's time to recharge. Hannah pulls off the highway, and this is where she stumbles onto the next layer of the whole thing, the part that's a lot less obvious. Because, look, seeing all the cars is one thing, but really understanding the power that keeps them all moving, that's a whole different ballgame. Right here, this is where the strategy gets really interesting. Think about it. Every single one of those cars she saw on the road needs juice. And if you're the company that controls that source of energy, well, you pretty much control the whole journey, don't you? And when you look at the numbers for the fast charging network, wow, it is stark. I mean, it's not even a competition. See, Tesla didn't just build cars, they were smart. They built the gas stations too, a reliable, huge network for their electric fleet. And what that does is create this powerful lock-in, you know? It's a massive wall for any competitor trying to catch up. So while her truck is charging, this is the light bulb moment for Hannah. It's such an old school business lesson, right? But applied to this super futuristic tech. It's like, okay, sell a great product, and yeah, you're in the game. But if you own the essential infrastructure that your product absolutely needs to work, you're not just in the game anymore, you are the game. Okay, let's switch gears. We're leaving the highway behind. Hannah's made it. She's at the Grand Canyon, camped out, totally away from all the buzzing traffic and charging stations. The sun's down, there's a campfire crackling. You can just feel the quiet and the massive scale of the wilderness around her. She's under one of the darkest skies you can find, and the stars are starting to pop out. It's this perfect moment of peace, you know? The total opposite of the tech-heavy drive that got her there. But even out here, in the middle of nowhere, technology is about to show up in a big way. So as her eyes get used to the dark, she sees something weird. It's this perfectly straight line of lights, like a silent string of pearls, moving together across the sky. It's not a plane, that's for sure, and it's not a meteor shower. It's something else, something deliberate, almost mechanical. You can just tell it's man-made. So what is she looking at? That's a Starlink satellite train. They're operated by SpaceX, and their goal is just as massive, just in a different arena, to cover the entire planet with high-speed internet beamed down from space. And bam, that's it. That's the aha moment. Everything just clicks. The strategy she saw on the ground, building out all that essential infrastructure for cars, is the exact same strategy being played out in the sky. It's the same playbook, just on a global planetary scale. The dots she saw on the highway are suddenly connected to the dots she's seen in the night sky. So, the next morning, as the sun comes up, that amazing revelation she had about the technology, it starts to shift into something else. She starts to see the market, the business side of it, and the sheer mind-boggling scale of the opportunity that's opening up. It all comes down to one staggering number, 2.9 billion. Just let that sink in. That's how many people on this planet still don't have internet.
They're totally cut off from the digital world that, let's be honest, most of us just take for granted every single day. And this is the core of her new insight. The next huge wave of growth for big tech, it's not going to come from fighting over people who are already online in crowded cities. No way. It's going to come from building the actual infrastructure to bring those nearly 3 billion other people online for the very first time.
And this is where it all ties together beautifully. On the ground, you've got Tesla, building the infrastructure for how we're all going to get around. And up in the sky, you've got SpaceX, building the infrastructure for how we're all going to communicate. They might look like totally separate companies, but they are playing the exact same long game, building the absolute foundational platforms for the future.
All right, we're on the home stretch now. Hannah's driving back. But she's not just coming home with some nice photos and memories from her trip. No, she's coming back with a brand new way of looking at the world, a new investment thesis. And that new perspective, it's about to become a real concrete plan.
And how perfect is this? On the drive home, the Cybertruck is literally driving itself. She's got full self-driving engaged. It's like this perfect final reminder of the crazy tech that kicked off this entire train of thought in the first place. And since she doesn't have to focus on the road, her mind is totally free to think about what to do next. So let's just recap her whole journey, because it's really a masterclass in connecting the dots. Step 1, she just observes all the cars on the road. Step 2, that leads her to understand the importance of the charging infrastructure. Step 3, a view of the night sky gives her this huge revelation about connecting the entire globe. And Step 4, the conclusion, it's all one single unified strategy to build the essential platforms of our future. And this is where the rubber meets the road. Literally, her whole mental journey immediately turns into real-world action. She pulls out her phone, but she's not scrolling through her vacation pictures. Nope, she's searching for how you can actually invest in this massive two-front vision of the future. And that really leaves us with one final big question. Hannah's trip showed her and us that the future isn't some far-off abstract thing. Its foundations, its architecture are being built right here, right now, in plain sight, disguised as normal things, like cars on a highway or some weird new lights in the sky. So the real question isn't whether it's happening. The real question is, are you watching?